It's too late to sell on TikTok Shop in 2026 because of AI, oversaturation, and China. But if you know the flywheel method that I'm gonna be talking about in this video, this actually might be the best time you could possibly start selling on TikTok Shop. And the numbers prove it. Right now, there are over 150 million active users in the US alone on TikTok. And they're spending an average of 95 minutes a day on this app. TikTok Shop last year did $15.1 billion in US sales. That's up 68% from the year before. And 97% of TikTok Shop buyers also use Amazon, which means every sale you make on TikTok can snowball into even more sales on Amazon. My name's Travis. I've done over $10 million in e-commerce sales, and I've been doing this for over 10 years. And TikTok Shop is the biggest opportunity I've seen in a long time. Just last January alone, I did over $170,000 in revenue and over $80,000 in profit from a single brand on TikTok. And there are 5 big concerns on why you might have that it's too late to sell on TikTok Shop. Oversaturation, there's just too many people already doing it. China, this is a long one. We're gonna talk in depth about that. AI, and actually I think AI is a good thing for you. I'll tell you how you can actually use AI to your advantage, startup cost, and just the general idea of it being too late, of it being a trend that has come and gone. But before I get into these 5 things and I rank them for you about how worried you should be, I want to make sure you understand how TikTok Shop actually works, because it's completely different from Amazon. And this is important. Think about how you shop on Amazon. When you go to Amazon, you already know what you want to buy. You type it in, you pick a product, you buy it. TikTok is the opposite. People don't go to TikTok to shop. They go to be entertained. Someone scrolling at 11 p.m. at night, they aren't there because they want to buy a product, but what happens is they see a product demo that grabs their attention and boom, they buy it without even thinking. There has never been another platform in history where one video can blow up and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales overnight, organically, without spending any money on ads. And this is what makes TikTok Shop such a good opportunity. And keep in mind, all those sales from TikTok Shop come from third-party sellers. That's people like you and me selling our products using TikTok Shop. And if you're still worried about whether TikTok Shop will work for you or not, check out this chart. I'm gonna go into depth about why this is so important later in this video, but this blew my mind. But now let's get into the first big concern that people have: oversaturation. And I want to be honest with you, in some categories, TikTok Shop is really crowded. It's too competitive. You're too late for some categories. But I'm going to share with you what categories you can still make money in. So smash the like button, because here's the thing. If you're selling cheap, generic stuff with no branding, no story, no differentiation, then you should be a 10 out of 10 worried. It is too late for anyone that's just trying to sell generic, boring products on TikTok Shop. And this includes the drop shipping method, finding a random product on AliExpress and just hoping for the best. You have zero control, no branding, and nothing stopping 1,000 other sellers from undercutting you and selling the exact same product until there's no profit left. That approach is dead. Do not do that. But here's the thing. If you're creating a passion product with niche branding, that drops how concerned you should be to like a 3 out of 10. This is the secret. You need to find products that no one else is selling yet. And I'm going to be doing a whole series here on this channel showing you how to find those exact products. But let me give you an example right now. There are thousands of dog brushes on TikTok. Thousands. But when I saw people specifically searching for golden retriever dog brushes, there were no products like that being sold on Amazon. So I created a product for less than $750 and it did $2,500 in its second month after selling online. This is not a revolutionary product, but what I did is I took an existing easy product, dog brushes, and niched it down. Now, if I find a TikTok creator that specializes in golden retriever content, they can sell this specific product and it's different than all the other junk that's being sold. So bottom line, if you're selling generic products, yes, it's oversaturated, but if you have something specific for a specific audience, The door is wide open. Issue number 2 that might be stopping you from selling on TikTok Shop: China. Oof. There is a lot about this, and up until recently, Chinese factories could ship products directly to US customers for almost nothing. There was a loophole called the de minimis rule. Any product being sold from China under $800 was exempt from tariffs and import duties. So a factory in China could sell a product directly to a customer in the US and skip all the fees that people like you and me would have to pay, and they could undercut us on price. That's how Temu and Shein got so big. And a lot of people saw that and thought, I can't compete with these huge businesses. But that loophole is gone. A lot of people don't realize this, and a lot of people still think that there's all this competition from China, but the de minimis exemption has been eliminated, which means those factories now have to pay the same tariffs and import duties that everyone else pays. And with China tariffs sitting at 20 to 30%, the cost of shipping directly from China has gotten a lot more expensive for these Chinese manufacturers. So again, if you're selling cheap generic products, the same things people can buy from a Chinese manufacturer, then you should be worried. It should be an 8 out of 10 worry. But this drops down to a 0 if you have your own unique passion product or niche branded product. Content creation. This is the third thing that people fear when it comes to TikTok Shop. And this is a huge misunderstanding. People think that if you sell on TikTok Shop, that you're gonna need to make the content yourself, that you need to be an influencer and learn how to dance. Wrong. The way that TikTok Shop works is you find influencers that are great at doing exactly that, and all you do is you give them a percentage of every sale that they make. This is a no-brainer. It costs you pretty much nothing. Sometimes maybe you give out a free product. And if you do want to make content yourself, you can actually use AI to make viral content or use AI to reach out to influencers. And I recommend going after micro niche influencers, people that have 5,000 to 10,000 followers. They're gonna talk about your product for free and only get paid if they make a sale. It's a win-win-win because you win because you're getting sales, the content creator wins because they're making money, and the people buying the product win because you have a great product and you need to get it sold. So if you think that you have to make your own content, yeah, this is like an 8, 9, 10 out of 10 fear, but you don't. It's a 0 out of 10, maybe let's call it a 2 out of 10 fear. Because you still have to find the influencers or create AI content yourself. Concern number 4, startup costs. A lot of people think that you need thousands of dollars to start making money with TikTok Shop. Big inventory orders, professional photos, a whole team. This I would rank as a 3 out of 10 fear. Here's why. TikTok is actually incentivizing new sellers onto their platform. They're covering half of all shipping costs. They're co-sponsoring discounts, meaning that they're paying out of their own money. And if you launch a product with their product opportunities tab, they're gonna give you a boost in traffic completely for free. On top of that, if you know what you're doing, you can launch and create a product with $0 by doing a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo. I have a student that's in my Amazon FBA program he was a bartender. He didn't have a lot of money, but he had this idea for this product called cocktail cards. Genius idea, but he didn't have money to start it. So what he did is he went to Kickstarter and he raised over $100,000 in pre-sales. Before he spent any money, he raised $100,000. That paid for everything. That paid more than enough for everything for him to start his business, and you can do the same too. In fact, if you want to learn how, I actually offer free one-on-one calls, completely free, with either myself or someone on my team, and you can click on the link down below to apply for those. Now, not everyone that applies will qualify for the free call, and on this call, we'll give you a step-by-step plan on how you can create your own product, again, completely for free. And we'll talk about it, and if you seem like you might be a good fit, we do have an accelerator program that takes you from zero knowledge all the way to launching a successful brand on Amazon and on TikTok Shop. And this is where the flywheel method comes in. And this is still something I'm going to talk about in just a minute in this video. But if you want to get that free call with myself or someone on my team, just click the link down below, fill out the information, and we'll reach out to you and we'll schedule a completely free call. And that leads us to number 5. The big reason why you came to this video: is it too late to sell on TikTok Shop? And yes, it's too late to sell on TikTok Shop if you don't have a plan. This is where the flywheel method comes in. And this is the best way to make money online in 2026. You create a product, you sell it on Amazon and on TikTok Shop. What happens is when you get sales from TikTok Shop, some people go to Amazon to buy the product. Your product ranking goes higher in Amazon. It goes higher up on the search rankings, which means you get more sales. And ultimately, that means more people are going to talk about your product on TikTok, which means more sales here. And it's just a virtuous cycle where you're going to get more and more sales if you pick the right product and if you do this correctly. And I actually have a completely free course that shows you how to use this method. All you have to do is click right here. And when you click on that video, it's a completely free course here on YouTube. You don't have to put your email in or anything like that. And you'll learn everything you need to know about how to make money online with TikTok Shop, and as a bonus, Amazon as well. So click on that video. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.